Well, hello there. Welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel. I've actually been enjoying playing this at a pace. I've been recording this every other day, basically 1 or 2 episodes, which is nice because then I'll record, I think after this, I've only got 2 more to go. And I might try and record 2 tomorrow or 1 tomorrow and then 1 more next week. Because all I really need to do is get a video ready for Saturday. So that's a win. Anyway, I think this is a great place to just jump in. So it was the middle of June. Well, actually, it's September. It might not be September by the time this video goes live for you, but it is for me right now. September 10th, to be exact, so 2 days before Nintendo Direct. With summer well underway, a rainy spell seemed to overhang Trista. Just gonna turn the game down slightly, because all I can hear is the game. I could be super speeding this. Hold up. Oh, did I crash the game? No. With all our field studies... With the field studies wrapped up, myself and the other Class 7 people returned to normal life. But just when we thought and got used to the challenging lessons and the breakneck workload, a moment of dread washed over us, making our blood run cold. Midterms? Exams? As you all know, tomorrow marks the start of your midterm exams. Yay. I've got to remember that they do actually have voice acting in this game, and sometimes I don't. I'm no good with all these papers and essays and circling answers, so I won't be really much help to you. But I'm administering some of your tests, so I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines. Make me proud, class. God, I'm going to have to go on memory here. This is going to be horrific. Sometimes I lie awake at night and wonder how you became our teacher. Highest Oracle, aren't you in danger of a lecture by the Vice Principal if our performance isn't up to par? Oh, I'm not too worried about it. Most of you tend to get pretty high grades anyway. I can hardly wait to see how well you all do. Remember, the results will be announced next Wednesday. Oh, goody. Your scores will be posted on this board by rank so you can see how you compare to the other classes in your year. How terrifying. If you got bottom, you'd be... I got a frog in my throat. You'd be so embarrassed, wouldn't you? Like, imagine being dead last. Oh, really? I was expecting more. Sigh. The sooner this week's over, the better. I can almost taste the tedium. I'm not gonna let Emma squeak by me again this time. Oh, one more thing. They're gonna stick the average score for each class up on the board too, so you could be letting your team down. Love that. Love that for me. Our class averages? I suppose their intent is to furnish us with motivation in the form of class bragging rights. Well, I do enjoy a challenge. Anyway, I know it's only noonish, but I think that's enough homeroom for today. You guys can stay here and study or head back up to head on back to your dorm rooms. Good lord, English fail me, yes. Up to you. Interestingly, if I remember this correctly, and this is trailing back memory, I think this is the one where I have to find people and they give me basically the answers to the quiz. Whereas if you'll do the honors. Stand and bow. Geez, what should I do? I could stand to bone up on just about everything, honestly, but my biggest worry right now is math. Wouldn't mind doing a few sessions with you if you think that would help. I need to review math anyway. I'm not sure how much time I'll be able to spare, though. I mean, that'd be a huge help. My biggest weak spot is Erebonian history, I guess. I doubt that comes as a huge surprise to anyone. I think I understand all the material gone over directly in class, but there are some finer points. I can aid you with that if you'd like. Though in return, I'd appreciate a fresh pair of eyes to help me revise my military science essay. Be my pleasure. Would you like to study with me, Fee? Guess so. Would you two mind if I jumped in too? I could use a little fresher on my classics. Of course, you're more than welcome. You'd like to join us, Laura? No, I appreciate your invitation, but I'll have to pass this time. There's a subject I need to review in private. I'll see you later. Interesting. Oh, what's up with her? I haven't just really much into it, but I could have sworn her looking over at Fee. Hey, Reen. I've just had a thought. I think we've got our third conflict brewing. What is it? You're heading back to the dorms? You're totally welcome to come study with us if you want. I wasn't planning on heading straight back. I might come and join you guys a bit later. Alright then. We'll see you later. Day before the exams is a free day. Talk to certain characters will allow you to study with them. When you run out of bonding points, the time of day will change to the evening and the main story will advance. So do not use your bonding points, basically. Is this the one where you go find people and they give you the exam answers? Am I going to have to look it up? Am I going to... I don't know. Let me... I don't know. I'm going to look it up. Tell you what, I'm going to look it up. I'm not going to look the answers up, don't worry. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, you do. Good lord. So, there is so much to do. I could make myself life substantially easier by going in order, but there is stuff you have to do. But do I not have to answer the midterms? I don't know if I have to answer them based on this then. So it says Instructor Thomas first. God almighty, right. Speak to Instructor Thomas. Oh, hello there. Did you come along to review some of what we covered in class? Actually, I was just passing by. Yeah, come on now. There's no need to be so shy. Not when it comes to history. Let's get started, shall we? Why don't we go over every little thing that might possibly come up on your exam? It sounds like it could be helpful if I can actually stay awake. Increase your knowledge of Erebona history. Fantastic. Library 2F, Political Economics. There is a book somewhere. I see it. That's the one. Given the subject matter, this book seems really accessible. This would probably make for a good refresher. Political economics, done. Gymnasium. So we go to book on bench. Which bench? Well, it's not going to be in the locker room, is it? And it's definitely not going to be in the girls' locker room, is it? Book on bench. I found it. Military Science, a primer. Nobody will leave a book like this behind, so I'm sure I'll be back soon. I'll just leave this here. Increase your military knowledge. Near main building entrance. Cool. We're looking for Becky. And this is for memorization method. Shut up, Hugo. I'm not taking advice for you. You can memorize everything in one go the night before. Becky. You won't be able to remember anything that way. The trick to memorization is to just study up before you go to bed. When you wake up, you review everything once more to seal the deal. It's easy, it's efficient, best of all, it works. I guarantee it. You should try it too, Reen. Cool. That's that one. Instructor Mary, main building. Floor 1. Okie dokie. Infirmary. Staff only. Okay, I have no idea where the infirmary is. Found it. Right. And then this will be art. These will be your very first midterms, won't they? Here, I have to admit, I'm a little nervous too. This is the first time I've come up with questions for them. You should be fine as long as you study up on everything we've covered in class. Don't be afraid to ask questions either. Ask. There are a couple of art history things I need cleared up, actually. Oh, my student is really relying on me for help. What a pleasant surprise. Art evolved at a very complex way during the Middle Ages, you see. Increased your knowledge of art. Thank you. East Hallway, Orbal Science. I'm looking for Makarov. There you are. Hello. You probably know this already, but the faculty lounge is off limits while exams are going on. If you want to see a teacher, you've got to knock on the door and ask. You got something you want to ask me? Yes. I've actually got Orbal Science question to ask you. Figures. Show me what you got you stumped. I'll get you up to speed. Yay. And then we go to... What's the next one? Fancy guide to... Oh, second floor. Cool. So I now need to find the music room, which I think is over here. Found it. And then I'm looking for a book. Somewhere. It doesn't tell me... Oh. Look for the shiny shine. A book entitled The Fancier's Guide to Arabonian Opera and Painting sits pompously upon the shelf. Why would one book cover such different topics? It could still probably cover some of the stuff on our exams. Wouldn't hurt to give it a read. Increase your knowledge of art. And then barrel, main building, rooftop. Why am I going back and forth between locations? This is annoying. Because it's like, I'll go back down to the first floor. Okay. Well, why did I come to the second floor then? I love the rain. Let me let you on a little secret. I don't even need to study thanks to a special little trick of mine. Page 44 will be on our oral science exam. This is certain. This is a fate. You're just making things up now, but what if you just have some sort of special powers? I mean, it couldn't hurt just to study that page just in case. Increased in knowledge. Turns out it probably will. Linde. Oh, no, we're not going down. We're going to Student Union Building. Linde. Studying is so boring, but reading here might make things interesting. In fact, I've got a great idea. Why don't we have a little Q&A competition? Every time someone gets a question wrong, they have to take off an article of clothing. Seriously? I'm not doing that. Never in a million years. Okay, guess we won't be studying at all then. That's not what I meant. As long as everyone keeps their clothes on, I'm fine with helping you two study. It'll probably help me too. Study material that might be on the exam. And then the final one. Student Union Building. Bookshelves in the Literature Club. Fantastic. There you are. Fantastic. Right. Now close my phone down. What is this? It's more like a comic book than a traditional textbook. It doesn't seem historically accurate though. It does seem historically accurate. Can't hurt to give it a read. Cool. Amazing. So now we spend time with people. So let's go to the gymnasium for Laura and Elise. Up we go. Hello. You two studying? Elise probably met up with Laura because she was worried about her. Yeah, we both figured we had a lot of art to brush up on. It's probably not our most important subject in the grand scheme of things, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't try. I've never had to deal with a series of exams in a row like this. Laziness could very well be tantamount to failure. Would you like to join us, Reen? Yeah, go on then. I'd love to. The exam's supposed to be focused on the basics of illustration, right? You got it, let's get started. How about you ask the first question, Reen? Sure. Okay, first question. Lisa, what's a desin? I think it's a drawing that's made to use monochrome lines of varying heaviness to highlight the way the light hits the subject. You think correctly. So, Laura, what exactly is a sketch? A sketch portrays its subject roughly with very little in the way of detail. I missed the last part. I suppose it's blah, blah, blah. That's right, sketches and dessins are basically two sides of the same coin, since both are used to start a painting. The big difference is that dessins usually take some time to finish, whereas sketches are pretty quick. But there's a method that's even quicker and more basic than sketching. Any idea, Laura? That would be croquis, I believe. You know, you two just know your stuff. Maybe that just means we should be using harder questions to study with. Let me see if I can find some. Hey, Reen, if you want, I can ask the next set of questions. It's hardly effective studying if you don't get to answer any questions yourself. It's okay, don't worry about it. Just give me a minute and I'll find you a good one. Well, if you insist. Maybe we should have expected this. He really is a kind-hearted person. And so the three continued that art studying session. Links improved. Cool. Who do we want to go to next? So you've got Fee, Emma, and Tower. Okay, so we're going on who actually ends up in my final party. So Gaius does... So, where are they? There. Wunderbar. Oh, the two of you studying military science. Looks like you guys are tearing through things too. More or less. You caught us just as we reached the section on military symbols. Care to join us? Sure. Couldn't hurt. I didn't know a thing about military science until we entered the academy, so I'm not feeling terribly confident. It's not as though as most schools teach military minutiae alongside literature and math. We're all in the same boat here. Either way, we'd be happy to have another person to paddle. Have a seat. Come on. Then let's begin. Marking symbols are used to represent an assortment of different units in formation. This is the symbol for infantry. Aha! Reen, try to draw the symbol from headquarters from memory. I'm pretty sure it's this. Headquarters. Guys, can you draw the suit symbol for an armored troop? This should be it. So X is infantry, circle is armor or oval, I suppose, and a line at the top creating two different rectangles is headquarters. Now I do have a tough one for you. What does this symbol mean? I'm going on memory here. Cavalry? That's engineer, right? You got it. Okay, maybe not. Oh, E. That makes sense. U. There's so much to memorize for this class, and the fact that it's going in blind makes it even worse. This seems like the raw basics too. Given that not all of us will end up involved in the military, it does seem a little excessive. Bear in mind that our military science is just to teach us how we deal with the harsh situations. In that sense, there's plenty to learn even if we never find ourselves on the battlefield. That's probably why it's mandatory. If we could save lives, we owe it to do ourselves well. Agreed. Right, we've got one more. Guys, some of you stayed together for a while. Your bond with them is strengthened. I actually don't want to learn... Like, if it's math, I can do math. Or maths, sir. So I'm not going to the two lads. We're going to go to the others. Who have we got? Here we go, you two. Please tell me you're doing history. So you're going to go, yes, Erebona history. I can't memorize things like this because it's all pointless. Fee, that seems a little harsh. Wait, why don't we join us, Reem? I'm sure it makes studying more enjoyable for Fee too. Sure. Sounds like a good idea. The exam's going to be focused on the War of the Lions, right? That's right. Shall we begin from the start from the beginning then? Begin from the beginning? That's weird. After that, Drykel's gathered soldiers in the Northern Highlands, and in the year 952 of the Sneptalian calendar, he liberated the capital, bringing the war to an end. Excellent, well done, Fee. I guess it stuck. Incidentally, the war came to an end in July of that year, which is next month, so it's easy to remember. They say it was raining in Heimdall that day, but a legend has it the moment Emperor Drykel stepped into the city, the rain stopped. That's neat. Yeah, it seems like a story that'll stick in my memory. You're a pretty good teacher, aren't you? Well, I'm always using tricks like these to help me remember things. If you're having fun while you study, it makes it much easier for your material to stick in your memory. Interesting, Sassy method. Well, if you can do it, we can do it too. Shall we finish this stuff off then? Please. Ta-ja. When you stay with Emir and Fee for a while longer, make sure they knew that Erebonian history back to front. Bonds have increased. Amazing. So if memory serves me, is Legram that I'm thinking of? I think that's next game. For some reason I was thinking it was in this game, but it's not. Oh, it's already time to head home, because I didn't even realise because of the rain. I guess I should get ready to head back to the dorms. Excuse me. Do apologise for stopping you on a rainy day like this. Do you know if this is the building which might find the principal's office? Oh yeah, you're in the right place. His office is in the east wing, first floor. The receptionist might have gone home already, but I can show you the way if you'd like. Thank you for your kindness. But I could possibly trouble you more than you have already. I'll be able to find the way, I'm sure. Before we go any further, maid-like girl. This is just a maid, you... maid-like girl. Well then, if you'd excuse me, Masterine. Didn't mention my name once. Dun 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 dun. Dot dot dot. Wait a minute. How does she know who I am? Read? Ah, hey there, Elisa. Heading back to the dorm. Yep, Emma and the others are staying. Emma and the others are staying a little longer to cram more. But I figured I'm not going to learn much more today, so I might as well call it a night and start prepping for tomorrow. Right. And what are you going to want going my way? So do I say we head back together? Sure, okay. Hey, it's not often the two of us get the walk back to the dorms together, is it? No, at least I got something good out of this downpour. That look of consternation on her face. Is there even a filter between your brain and mouth? Nah, no need for that between friends, but you're in good company. My sister's asked me that too before too. She must be a saint to have put up with you all these years. Yeah. Anyway, how do you think you did on the exams? Not sure, I gave it the best I've got. Still, I've got that nagging feeling I could have hit the books a little harder. I wish I was as smart as you. Back when we took the entrance exam, only Emma and Makia scored higher than you, right? Eustace came in a lot higher than me too. Back home, I usually came near the top in my exams. I guess that goes to show that Erebonia has no shortage of smart people. No doubt about that. Bookworms pour in here from all corners of the Empire. You said you're from Rura, right? Coming out on top in a city that size is still pretty impressive. Suppose so. That was just at the Sunday school level. Aren't you curious about, my family and stuff? You mean the mysterious Elisa R., agent of national intrigue? Oh yeah, of course I am, but you probably have good reasons for keeping it under wraps, so I don't want to pry. It's not that major or anything, especially compared to what you and Fee have told us about yourselves. I never really thought my family circumstances were a big deal, though. Fee's past sure came as a surprise. I wonder when I look at her, what life in a Jaeger Corps must have been like. Seems like Instructor Sarah knows more about her past than we do. Back at the entrance ceremony, I got the impression they'd met before. Same. I was speaking of weird meetings. I ran into someone kind of strange earlier. Oh? Yeah, I was talking to her just before you called to me. I then told her about the maid uniform. A maid who knew your name. This isn't the part where it turns out she knows you because you've tried to hit on her in town before, is it? As if an upstanding girl like me could pull off the Casanova act. She seemed a couple of years older than us, maybe 20 or so. A maid in her early 20s. Something wrong? No, just thinking there's no way it could really have been her. Mother keeps her far too busy to find the time to come here. Anyway, maybe the upper class dorm was a new hire starting or something. That wouldn't explain how she knew your name. Maybe you're just more popular than you let on. Yeah, if only. Come on, guys. It's obvious it's definitely the one that Elise is thinking of. Ooh, midterm. Next day. The first of our 4 grueling midterms began. Oh, it's history. I remember. July 952. Oh, wow. This literally... I was about to say, that's the only thing I remember. Middle Ages. I'm hoping it's this one. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. This should be the right answer. Well, I wouldn't know about that, Chief. Mr. A wants a rough, coloured watercolour image. It's not a trace. It's not the croquis. I can't remember what a Decian was, but I have a strong feeling it is sketch. Because I skipped over part of it, so I don't actually know. We're just going straight into an exam. Okay, so we have an engineer. So, do I have a mouse? No, I don't. Engineer headquarters. Then we have armored and infantry. Cool. So, what is it asking? They go on to pick some military formation. What kind of unit is currently advancing? Well, I think you'll find that is armored. I think. Where's my... Oh, I've got to use WSAD. Doi. This should be the right answer. Should, once again. I don't know if it is, Chief. I'm going on memory. Engineer was E. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because infantry was next. Yeah. The following statements about ordnance all purport to be true. Which one is not? Abilities change based on that? No. They synchronize with the user. Allows arch usage without quartz. Orbital energy. Yeah, that's not true. Sorry. That is true. That's true. That's true. This should be the right answer. We didn't even know that. We're just going on a whim based on what I think is not true. Of the following laws enacted last year, which came into force first in Heimdall, I remember this, and it's something I was about to say something transportation, but then I'm seeing financial transactions, and I'm not sure. I want to say it was the IPT. I don't know. It should be the right answer. And... oh my lord. Combat studies question. Emergency CPR is divided roughly into... roughly 4 stages. Check if the person's breathing. Check if the person is conscious. Perform chest compressions, rescue breaths, call for help in a loud voice. So... you have this. Great. Well, first off, check if they're conscious. I'm going on what I know for first aid. So B has to be first. So it's one of these two then. Would it be D? Call for help? Quite possibly. In fact, that's where I'd go. If they're not conscious, yes. So it's this one already. Or is it breathing, actually? Well, if they're not conscious, you call for help. Then you check that they're breathing. All right, let's read this one out. B8. Perform chest compressions. Call for help in a loud voice. You do not call for help last. Good lord. Right, it's got to be this one. BDAC. I was just going on my first aid training from when I was in the reserves, and I'm probably doing a disservice there. Congratulations on making it through 4 days of exams. How badly did I do? I think I got at least 2, maybe 3 right. No, actually, I know I got 4 right, so I'm kind of shooting myself short there. So 4 out of 6 ain't bad. And even then, the other two I'm mid-confident on. What do you know? It looks like the rain ended right along with them. Certainly this is the goddess way of rewarding you for your hard work. I don't think that reasoning would stand up to scrutiny. Phew, I'm totally spent. It's over. You've worked really hard, Fee. Phew. Anyway, today's a free day, so take the chance to unwind and blow off all the pent-up exam stress. They'll post the exams results next Wednesday, so take it easy until then. But don't relax too much, because you've got next practical exam next Wednesday afternoon too. All the tense of studying, I'd completely forgotten about that. You could stand to be a little bit more considerate of the timing of your announcement. So next Wednesday is when we'll know where we're going for our next field study. Yep, you'll be shipping out that weekend for another exotic trip. Anyway, make the most of tomorrow, everyone. You've earned at least one day off. I guess I'll probably attend club practice once in a while. Oh, and one more thing. I've got some business to take care of out of town after we're all done here. Won't be back until tomorrow night, so don't, burn the dorm down while I'm gone or anything. Dear Lord. Whee! Super speed time. Guessing I've got a free day now, then. Now that the exams are over, I feel as free as a bird, and I'll keep on soaring, at least until the results come back. I sympathise. Personally, I've got a good feeling about these. How about you, Emma? How did you think you did? Well, I don't think I did too badly, all things considered. Yeah. Just stop before you embarrass yourself. We'll have to wait and see what next week's results look like. Anyway, what do you think that was all about with instructor Sarah? Are you mean the whole thing about going out of town to meet someone? Going out of town won't be back until tomorrow night. It's almost as if she's going to meet her secret lover. Impossible. The Empire hasn't yet turned out a man desperate enough to woo the alcoholic typhoon. Oh, Eustace, trust me, I would if I could. You have a point. I can't deny she's got the looks to snare a man, but with that personality and that lifestyle. You guys are terrible. Totally agreed, though. Ouch, not surprised to hear that from you, Loreen. She's always seemed to dump the most work on you. Will you be helping out the student council tomorrow? That's the plan. Heck, I'm almost looking forward to being a student council errand boy after holding up studying for so long. Perhaps so. But please let us know if you plan on going to explore the older schoolhouse. I'd love to... Yeah, I'd love to lend a hand this time too. Thanks, better watch out though. I might take you up on that offer. Looks like we're all up for a little exploration this time. Mayhaps. When can I get access to Laura though? Because Laura's my absolute tank. Come to think of it, where did Gaius run off to? He mentioned the principal wanted to have a word with him. You think he went there? But yeah, I wonder what that was about. Maybe he hasn't got in trouble. I mean, I doubt he would. I have no idea. Fionn left or Laura left early too. I was kind of hoping we could all work back to the dorm together. That sounds nice. Hey, so this might just be my imagination, but do those two kind of seem awkward around each other to anyone else? Really? So you think so too? Seems like it started around the beginning of the month. I wonder if something happened then. It's like they've been avoiding each other ever since. You say that, but I did not take either as the type to dwell on petty issues or misunderstandings. Neither did I. We've been trying to suss out what the problem between them is, but so far no luck. I wonder if that's what it's all about. If that's what that was all about. Did you see something, Macias? What happened? Well, do you remember the day we gave our group reports on what happened during last month's field studies? We gave a truthful account, including the part where Fee used an explosive to blast open the door to my cell. Yeah, that's when we found out that Fee used to be a Jaeger Corps. That really threw me for a loop, but what does that have to do with Laura? When that came up, I couldn't help but notice Laura had a rather unpleasant expression. It flashed across the face, only for a moment, though I wondered if I just imagined it. Interesting. But even if we assume that's true, what reason would she have to be upset? I can hardly hazard a guess. We all have certain things we'd rather keep to ourselves. We even have a member of this very class who remains tight-lipped about our own family, after all. Do you really have to drag me into this? Oh, Eustace, that was a nice little bar. My apologies, I meant no offence. I do have my suspicions as to your lineage, though. Really? You? Now, getting angry won't accomplish anything. Don't worry, we're not going to twist your arm into telling us. When you're ready to talk about it, we'll be ready to listen. It's not like I'm trying to make a big deal out of it or anything. If everyone knew, it'd make things awkward between us. I don't want that. Welcome back, my lady. Huh? Oh, if it wasn't going to be awkward, it definitely is now. Hello, Sharon. What? Sharon? So delightful to see you again. It's no longer maid-like girl, it is girl in maid uniform. Oh hey, it's the maid I ran into the other day. You know her? What are you doing here? She didn't. Mother didn't. But of course, I was sent here at the behest of the chairman herself. What's interesting is it becomes chairwoman later in the series. I think it was either a translation issue or just a localization thing, I'm not too sure. Starting today, I will be assuming the position of caretaker for Class 7's dormitory. Elliot looks properly flabbered and is gasted. Sharon Kruger. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, everyone. My name is Sharon Kruger. I am a servant in the employ of the Rhineford household, Lady Elisa's family. Wow, you just outed her. That's breach of Prime Directive. I would do all I can to be of service to you, so please keep me informed of anything you might need. Woof. That is awkward. Oh, it's a new day. Whoa. Food! Oh, it's making me hungry, even though it's like 3 pixels. I see bacon, eggs, kale, soup, toast, tea. Simply spectacular. Well, I just told you how many. It's like 6. Just how many different types of food are there here? This looks more than edible. What? I believe this is what they call an imperial breakfast. Well, it's not continental, so it's not referring to French, so I'm assuming this is supposed to be like an English breakfast. Although I think Arabonia is based on Germany, so it might be a German breakfast. Not too sure. That's right, Emma. It's a traditional Arabonian style of breakfast. I must apologise. It's taken me some time to familiarise myself with this kitchen, so my cooking has been a bit lackluster. Come now, Sharon, your skill is something to be praised. This is far more colourful and varied than the breakfast served in my own home. I would compare this spread favourably with the breakfast served in the Duke household. I'm honoured that you think so. I've also brewed both tea and coffee if anyone would like some. ... I get the feeling Elisa is less than impressed with the meal. It sounds like they had a big argument yesterday. Not a chance. I thought I'd finally gotten away from her. I'm not going to let her have her way this time. My lady, please. I truly don't believe the chairman sent me to keep an eye on you like that. She simply sent me this so that her beloved daughter might have fewer inconveniences in her daily life. I can take perfectly good care of myself, thank you very much. Fine, I'll take this up with her myself then. Is she in the office at corporate today, or is she out on an inspection or something? I believe she'll be dining with the Ministry of Railways president in the capital today. After that, she'll be continuing her inspection tour, so she won't be back in Rio for another 5 days. Does she ever slow down? I'm surprised she doesn't burn through a pair of shoes a week. Okay. Just standing there and listening to what should be a private conversation. Anyway, I'm not going to take this lying down. She stuck her nose into things one too many times. I can't believe that R actually stood for Lisa Reinford, and from the sound of it, her mother's the company chairman too. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that Lisa's mum is basically in charge of the continent's biggest industrial company. Her family's probably got more money than most of the aristocracy. I can see why she'd want to keep her family under wraps, what with all the nobles here. Anyway, I object to everything about this. Considering how busy Mother is, I'm sure she needs your assistance far more than I do. Haha, I knew it. You're really concerned about her, aren't you? The way you two care about each other is really cute, basically, is what she said, and that's preposterous. Oh, my lady, I almost forgot to mention that I made plenty of your favourite apricot jam. Would you like me to spread some on your toast? Oh, really? Stop treating me like I'm a kid. Oh, yes, I would like some jam. It's almost heartwarming to watch. Looks like Sharon's got her number. After beginning the day with Sharon's payless breakfast, the members of Class 7 left to go about their daily routine. Meanwhile, Reem went to check the task the student council had given him for the day. Barbara? Secret admirer, I'm in need of aid. Some fair maiden has sent me several messages proclaiming her love for me, and who could blame her? I simply must know who she is, so would some kind soul help find her and bring her to me? More details behind the storage building. Vincent Florald. Oh, he's the absolute pest. Year 2, Class 1. Cool. Born to be Orbital. We're testing the Orbital bike's capabilities on a highway near Trista. If you're curious, come talk to us in the engineering building. Ooh. This one, I'd like the members of Class 7 to commit themselves to their noble academics pursuit. Although I know as studious as you will, I can expect that anyway. So on top of that, I'd like you to continue your exploration of the old schoolhouse and report your findings to me. Gladly. A request from George and Angelica, and it's about the Orbital bike too. Wonder what they need my help with. Looks like I'll have to swing by the engineering club before I head to the old schoolhouse. Well, this is the first one I've seen in ages, so in days, so I might as well make the most of it. That's definitely not me. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. You know, I'm very glad that we are approaching autumn, because good lord, am I done with summer. I hate it. It's warm, and I don't like that. But we are vastly and quickly approaching summer, which is nice. I am going to quickly see if I can go to the shops. Let's go to Mixed Pawn Shop. Are you looking, Sarah? She's not back till later, so you already knew she wasn't in Twister. Nope. Real convincing there, Mitched. Inspect Curious Buy. I don't have the money. Exchange. Do I want these really? I may as well. If I can get them while I'm here, I may as well. What can I sell? Oh dear. I may have almost activated sticky keys. So, I'm just going to sell everything here, because I'm assuming this is the lesser versions. Assuming. Could be wrong, though. I'm making a lot of assumptions here, but gosh, do I hope that's correct. Ingredients, no, we don't want to sell any of that. I'm not that fussed about chitinous shells. Exchange, trade. So, is there powder? No, I can't really get anything. Oh, wait. Quartz 2. So if I wanted Fort, which gives us strength 5, I'd need Fort. To get the better version. Passion, I think I've already got, which... Actually, no, I don't. I think I've got normal passion. No, I've got neither. Heat Wave. Firebolt. Cool, so these actually give better stats, so it's good to know that you can actually exchange them for upgrades. I forgot about that, because it's a very different system to later on in the series. Let's go to Student Union, because I'd like to see if I can buy some equipment. That's a downgrade. Everyone's got the same stuff that they currently got, apart from... Nope, they've got the exact same. What is the point? Okay, well then. Let's go to the front entrance. I think this is, to be honest, is as good a place as any to save the game, because we're getting close to 45 minutes, and I'd much... Well, 40 minutes. I'd much rather in the next episode, jump in with the quests, do the start the schoolhouse, etc. Because I'm getting hungry, and I think this is a great place to end this and end my evening. So I'm going to have some food, chill for a bit, go to bed. And I think that's a solid plan. Because I'll be up early tomorrow morning, where I will record, hopefully, the last 2 I need. Fingers crossed. And 1 more Minecraft Dinosaurs before streaming, and then a nice early night. So, if you have enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash the like button down below. If you haven't already, subscribe and join my crazy, beautiful Verdi community. I super duper appreciate it. My name is Vertigo. You can call me Vs. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a nice day, and ta-ra.